Welcome back to Melody Guitar Book 2. This book focuses on learning how to read and play melodies in standard music notation. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of Melody Guitar 2 that you can read from and write in. Plus you can help feed a music teacher, so I'll leave a link in the description. We're on page 86. We've been studying sharps and flats, and the melody on this page has both sharps and flats. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. On page 86, we have number 161, Hava Nagila. It's in 4/4 time. It's marked with joy. Quarter equals 150, so that's pretty brisk. And this does have a little bit of a roadmap. Let's take a look at these repeats. At the end of the second line, there's a first and second ending. There is no forward repeat, so that repeat takes you back to the very beginning, just the line above. And remember, the second time through, we're going to skip the first ending and jump to the second ending. Couple lines below that, at the end of the fourth line, we have the same situation. We have a first and second ending. This time we do have a forward repeat, so this repeat takes you back to the beginning of the third line. And again, as always, you skip the first ending the second time through. And from there on, there are no more repeats. But we do have some flats to talk about, and we'll cover those as we get to them. At the beginning, we have a couple low A's. And that second low A ties into beat 1 of the next measure, so make sure you're counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in that second measure we have a sharp and a flat. The C sharp, the low C sharp, will be on the 4th fret of the 5th string, and that B flat is going to be on the 1st fret of the same string. So make sure you're using your 4th finger on that C sharp so it's easier to reach that B flat. So beginning we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C sharp, and this other C is also a C sharp because of that rule of accidentals. That C sharp carries through the measure. 2, 3, 4, 1, to C sharp, next line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, C sharp, B flat. And that last B flat right before the first ending, I should say that last B is a B flat right before the first ending because of that B flat on beat 3. That rule of accidentals, that flat carries through the rest of the measure. And then we have that C sharp in the first ending. And now we are at the repeat, so we go back to the beginning. Second time through, you play all that again, and the only difference between the first and second ending is the first ending is a C sharp, the second ending is an A. So if I'm playing the second time through, third measure of the second line, it'll be to A. Then we move on to the third line. We have a C sharp for starters. Now it's going to be 2nd fret. Use your 2nd finger. It's also on the 2nd string. And that second note of the measure is still a C sharp because of the rule of accidentals. So C sharp, then to a B flat here. Now Normally that B in the middle line of that staff is going to be your open second string, but we have to move it to the third string to lower it. In this case, that's going to be third string, third fret, third finger. So we have C sharps to B flats. More B flats here. Fourth line, watch out for the dotted quarter eighth rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And then more C sharps and B flats with all those flats carrying through the measure. Then we have that repeat, takes you back to the beginning of the third line. And then the second time through, I'm looking at the third measure of the fourth line. We have jumping to the second ending, A. Next line, I don't think we need to talk about too much. It's just a whole bunch of Ds, and it's either whole notes or half notes. So have fun with that. Next line, we have, watch out for the rhythms here. We don't have any sharps or flats, but you do have to watch out for some dotted quarter eighth notes. So that's going to be 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's just the same. Next line, we're looking at the second line from the end. Same rhythm we just played, we're just playing, starting on an E now. 3, 4, and 1. And the last line, we have some E's, and then we jump up to an A. Take advantage of those open E's to just go ahead and shift over, and I like to use my third finger when I can for this high A. I mean, I'll use my pinky if I have to stretch up, but if I have time, I'll use a stronger finger and use my third finger. And you definitely have time to get there because of that open E. So, and then keep your finger right there because you're going to play an open note again. And then jump back down to second finger on the A, sorry. So we do have a C sharp second measure from the end. A, F, E, D, C sharp on the second fret, and then D, rest. Your assignment is to practice Hava Nagila on page 86, and as always, work on keeping a steady tempo by playing along with the video, or play to a metronome so you can choose your own tempo. And don't forget to order your own copy of Melody Guitar Book 2. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of the book that you can read from and write in, so I'll leave a link in the description. Take your time with this, and then when you're ready, I'll see you on page 87 for 2 more melodies, and we're rounding the bend. We are almost done with Melody Guitar 2.